Welcome to Worldwide Ramblings for what is now a Wednesday, the 16th of October, 2024. We could also call this Midnight Ramblings, which I have done in the past because it's just about 7 minutes or so after midnight here in the Hudson Valley of New York. And Cindy is first, as she usually is when we crash. First to come back after a crash. First to the crash scene. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Hi, Cheryl Larson, Laura Cristari, Helen B. all making their way back. This is another problem that's frustrating because it's hard to pinpoint the problem. It's hard to pinpoint the problem. I don't think it's the computer, but then again, it could be. It works fine and everything like that. So this is a tough one. We got a new router, and we're very hopeful that that would fix the problem. We're very hopeful that it would fix the problem. Sammy is here. And Patrick Wilburn. Welcome back. Peace and love to everybody. Amen. Helen B. And Marty Greco. Marty, what time do you have to get up in the morning? Because I know you're still a working man. You're taking what they're giving because you're working for a living. Marianne Rossi, I said before the crash, Riley had Priscilla with her at Graceland for the introduction of the book. So there's no problem between them. That's interesting. She was there for the book introduction. Well, some things I just don't understand, and I'll put that in that category. I mean, we had heard that things had been smoothed out between Riley and Priscilla, but it's easy to understand what people are going to say about the Michael Edwards situation. So this is one weird story, folks. This is one weird story. I should have taken up talking about the old Lassie show or something. Ah, yes, with June Lockhart still on the planet. Is she 100 years old? Is she, June? The mother on Lost in Space. Excuse me. Oh, boy, I have some water, but it's way down there. I may have to get it. She was a surprise guest. I bet she was. Oh, my goodness. So this was filmed, of course, huh? Where would I see this? Marianne Rossi, not Donna Rossi. Get you some water, Jack. Can I put a little scotch in it? Okay. It was wedged between the TV stand and the wall. Teresa Lee Leonard, hello there. Hello, Teresa Lee Leonard. How are you? Little H2O break? Yeah, it smells okay. Ever notice that, after a while it starts to have a pukey smell? Sorry to get gross. Not the water itself, but the top of the bottle. Here's something that I found interesting. Sam Semi. Oh my goodness. $2.79. I like that. She has given, or he has given. I don't know who you are, Sam. Are you a male Sam or a female Sam, or don't you want to disclose? That's okay too. Sam Sammy 279 on the thanks button right here. Thank you for hitting the thanks button. This is for near Thanksgiving time when I would get a deposit from Google. That's what we're working on right now. We're well under what we need to be, so every little bit helps. I'm trying to do my part as a creator. Some of you may have noticed that competition is fierce. It's fierce, and that's just the way it is. That's the way of the world, you know. Um, I saw this posted. It says, "Yours free, Elvis Presley's 85th birthday U.S. half-dollar tribute," and you can order this in memory of his 85th birthday. Did anybody else see this? These people are not good at math. They're not good at math. So they should stop paying for ads. You know what I mean? Cash App is pretty easy once you get it loaded properly. You know, um, I can't remember how it's done, but once you get Media Guy 56 loaded in there, I'm loaded for life as long as I keep using Cash App. MEDIAGUY, and the number is 56. Somebody will know how to do Cash App if you need help, because that's like me. I'm always needing help with technical stuff, you know. But you have to link your. You've probably already done this, right? You've linked your checking account to it. You know that you have to go through some steps before you actually can use Cash App on your phone, on your desktop computer. Claudette, wasn't June Lockhart on the Lassie Show too? Absolutely, yeah. That's the first time I saw her as a little kid with John Provost as Timmy. Then I guess she did Voyage of the Bottom of the Sea, which I never really watched that much. Remember that? Voyage of the Bottom of the Sea was an Irwin Allen show. Must have been, because as soon as the show was over, he approached June Lockhart and he said, "I got this new show. Would you like to do another series?" And she said, "What's it called?" He says, "Lost in Space. It's going to be good. It's going to be good." And she said, "It sounds good. Yeah, I'll do it." So she became Guy Williams' wife from the Jupiter 2 on Lost in Space. And Guy had already become a superstar in Argentina, where he would spend his later years. After Lost in Space went off the air in '68, Guy Williams left Hollywood never to return, except he came back in the late '80s to do a Family Feud with the Robinsons with June Lockhart. A lot of the cast weren't there. Susan Carter, $5 on the thanks button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been a wild night here. We did the first 10, which means 50 through 41 of the top 50 reasons Bob Joyce may be Elvis. And we're going to re-record that. I'm not sure the first version that we've just done, which is up now, should be ready for the replay crowd now. I don't think I'll keep it up after, since we crashed. I think as soon as the pre-recorded version of that is up, I won't keep that up. But this is Worldwide Ramblings, which I really should have called Midnight Ramblings, because it would have been apropos. I'm not talking anything about Alpo dog food. Is there still Alpo out there? Are senior citizens still being forced to eat Alpo? I don't know. So thank you, Susan Carter. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, Sam Sammy. And on the first show, we had people hitting the thanks button too. Let me just go back to my email here, make sure I'm not missing anything. Yes, show his eyes, please. I see it. I'll take a picture of that and show it on the Saturday night show. We should be doing Saturday night at 10 p.m. East Coast time for Worldwide Ramblings. And thank you, Nancy DeMarco, for hitting the Cash App, Media Guy 56, Media Guy, lowercase letters, Media Guy 56 for 333. Thank you so much, Nancy DeMarco. Yeah. So there you go. Back to live stream, only to see Stephen Trump Caldwell, $10. I sent you a link in the email on a ex Twitter video. 105-year-old woman who looks 70. So when people say Bob isn't old enough, show them that. Okay. Okay. I like that. Yeah. Does Dick Van Dyke look 98 going on 99? Not really. Not really. I've seen people, that are 72 that look like they're 100 years old. It all depends how you take care of yourself. And certainly hair dye does help the overall look as well. Some people look good with white hair and some people don't. Sometimes you feel like a nut and sometimes you don't. So thank you, Stephen Caldwell. That'll help me as Susan and Sammy here on this part 2 edition. We came on and got the crash experience again. So thank you, Susan. Thank you, Sammy, and thank you, Stephen. Yeah, I'll tell you, Trump has been busting his butt to win this election. He has just been busting his butt. Rallies 2 times a day and what have you. Kamala, the only thing she did the other day was go on that what's that guy, that dude's show, something God in the title. He went on her. Of course, it was all softball questions. I just can't fathom the two of them, her and Walz, being in the Oval Office. I just, I'm just worried because even if Trump gets elected, they're going to try to keep him out, And, Republicans have been doing a good job trying to have an honest vote. They seem to have no problem of having people vote that are not registered, that are not citizens of the United States. Could we go over to Argentina and vote? I don't think so. Could I go over to Great Britain and vote? I don't think so. Come on, let's just be fair here. So if you have Trump derangement syndrome, think it over. Think it over. Because if you have grandchildren, if you have children, whatever, think of the world that's going to be left for those kids. And of course, Keith Richards. Keith Richards has been here since I think the dawn of time. That's what they say anyway. I'm not sure. Not sure about that. Yeah, well, he was dancing while killed. He doesn't like to continue with a rally when there's a medical emergency and you have to wait so long to get in. He hates that part, but so many people want to get in and they come so early. And so there was 2 medical emergencies at his rally yesterday, right? And this diabolical media, and I'm not talking about Google. I mean, they got Google in their crosshairs, Kamala Harris has already said that. She's no friend of X and Facebook or Google. She's not. She wants all kinds of regulations. So, know who you're voting for. By the way, if we crash again, good night, everybody. You never know. Say the wrong thing. I know people are saying outrageous things, and I try to keep it respectful. I try to keep it, as I say many times, I'm very thankful to Google. Very thankful to YouTube for a worldwide voice. And when you hit the thanks button, they do take a portion. But again, it helps me tremendously. It all adds up, Cash App doesn't, they don't take anything, especially if I'm willing to wait a few days. And why not, So there you go. There you go. But he's out there and they're trying every trick in the book. The polls are looking pretty good for Trump right now. I think it could be There is a chance that come election day that it could be that Trump's lead could be much higher than we think, but there's always a chance. There's always a chance. Things can happen and what have you, and the abortion issue is in play, So I'm just not worrying about it. This is definitely a time to turn things over to God. When Fox puts these, like the Kamala Harris spokesman, that guy, that bald guy, oh, I just turn the volume down or I turn away. I just can only see so much of this. He's up, he's down, he's up, he's down. It's not that many days away. God's will be done. We should all be praying about this election. If you believe, that's just my opinion. You should be praying. That's up to you. Yeah, it's up to you, of course, obviously. Sue, good night. Thank you for stopping, Sue Fenner. I appreciate you very much. Gotta run. I understand. Redneck Ways joins us. She might be going on Joe Rogan's podcast. Yeah, I heard that. I don't think he'll be too easy on her. He's a pretty good guy, and he knows that she's full of it. Now later today, because it is Wednesday here in New York, where I am, Kamala is going on with Brett Baer tonight. And although he's one of the most fair, decent interviewers in the business, he will ask tough questions. And she's going to try to stonewall him and give 5-minute BS answers like she always does. Well, I come from this middle class background and all this. And she's just ignore his question. That's what she's going to do. That's what she always does. He's going to try to steer her back. He's going to really try to get her either to answer the question or look bad for not answering it, but he does it as a gentleman. There's nobody better than Brett Baer. Although Piers Morgan can really, he can really make a stupid person look more stupid. I'll say that much. Not that he's always right, but you know what I mean. Shannon Louder. You don't like Lauder, you like Louder. I no longer watch Fox since they fired Tucker. Oh, I went through my phase of that, but I love a lot of people on Fox. And Tucker, come January, Tucker will be able to go anywhere he wants to, but where would he go? He likes kind of being his own guy. And I understand, though. I mean, so it was all over those voting machines, but it was really Sean Hannity said a lot more and had this Sydney on from the voting machines. You cannot say the voting machines are rigged if you don't have absolute proof of that. They left themselves open. Look how much money this Dominion company and another one, especially Dominion, though, got. They're almost like $1 billion, right? I mean, they were a little company, and now, I don't know, maybe they're in the Fortune 500, right? So there you go. You got to be very careful. And I know that Tucker said, I don't want to have her on again. He said to the producers, I don't want to have her on again until she has some real proof. So, but when Tucker had an opinion, he was going to say it. And he said Fox never schooled him or scolded him on what he said the night before or whatever. They gave him free reign, and but I understand when your butt is on the line and you're going to get sued big time when something is not factual and it's being reported as fact. That's why I say with this story here, we only speak about possibilities with the Elvis story. I'm Pastor Bob Joyce. We only speak of possibilities. I could be wrong about the whole thing. Seems so many people are talking about this topic now, and I'd like to find another topic to sway into. But so far, it's pretty obvious pretty fast when I start to sway and put that in the title of the video. The video's not going to do very well. If your thing is JFK Jr., there's a guy out there doing it already. There's more than one that's going to do it better than I'm going to do it. I found my niche with Pastor Bob. And other than that, just the people like the live chat and the people that come here to talk with each other and stuff. That's, the core audience, but it's not enough to be successful with. You always need to bring new people into the fold. Obviously, of the is it 206,000 now that watched the verdict? Many of them are not subscribers. Many of them are not subscribers, or I'd have a much bigger list of subscribers. We're trying to get to 10,000 by Christmas Day. Um, so please hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. 50 people watching in the replay, part two now, I should say, part two. Please hit the like button and the notification bell, because sometimes we just pop on to pop off. I'm actually Shannon Wayland, but my account is under my maiden name, which was Lauder or Louder, Tomato. Well, good night, Angelo. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, you like when Trump dances? He's varying it now a little bit, isn't he? So, they attacked him. His behavior is strange. They have a medical issue, and he's putting on YMCA. He's just trying to entertain the crowd while the doctors take care of the situation. So these people. I'm most disappointed in Nicole Wallace, because I thought she was something that she is not. I thought she was, someone that, well, she worked for President Bush. I guess it was Bush 41, and I would never have thought in a million years that she would vote for Kamala Harris. And, if you can't see what's at stake in this election, then you're not a very perceptive person, in my humble opinion. So we'll see about that redneck waste. I think she may do that. It's, at this point, everybody's pretty locked in. I just don't believe there's that many undecided voters. You know what you're going to do. You're either going to stay home or you're going to vote for one of those two candidates. I guess Nikki Haley is on the stump, but I'm surprised they're not using. I haven't really seen it, that they're using a lot of her old um, insults towards Trump in the commercials. Have you seen any? I haven't seen one. It kind of makes you see that Nikki Haley came in. Well, I've never lost an election before, and Trump is yesterday. Trump is this. Trump is that. And then she finally endorses him when she realizes, well, she just lost her first attempt at an office. She just lost. But she said a lot of things, and she was relentless, and she went on too long, and she tried to keep the nonsense going, and it was hurting Trump, of course. So there you go. There you go. Helen B., thank you for all those thumbs up. My big Bible in big print. Proverbs 12, verse 1. This is the New King James Version. Whoever loves instruction loves knowledge, but he who hates correction is stupid. That's how they put it. A good man obtains favor from the Lord, but a man of wicked intentions he will condemn. A man is not established by wickedness, but the root of the righteous cannot be moved. Verse 16 of Proverbs 13. Every prudent man acts with knowledge, but a fool lays open his folly. A wicked messenger falls into trouble, but a faithful ambassador brings health. Poverty and shame will come to him who disdains correction, but he who regards a rebuke will be honored. A desire accomplished is sweet to the soul, but it is an abomination to fools to depart. But it is an abomination to fools to depart from evil. He who walks with wise men will be wise, but the companion of fools will be destroyed. Evil pursues sinners, but to the righteous good shall be repaid. A good man, this is a very highly quoted verse. Verse 22, Proverbs 13. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, but the wealth of the sinner is stored up for the righteous in the end, anyway. Much food is in the fallow ground of the poor, and for lack of justice there is waste. And here's a verse that we don't, that's just gone out of fashion in today's thinking. Verse 24, Proverbs 13. He who spares his rod hates his child. Some verses, the original King James says, spare the rod, spoil the child. He who loves him disciplines him promptly. The righteous eats to the satisfying of the soul, but the stomach of the wicked shall be in want. Proverbs 13, part of it, here on Worldwide Ramblings. So there you go. We should be on Saturday night at 10 o'clock, but we can pop on to pop off before that. So make sure you thank you for saying you like the flowers. It was heavy to carry those up here, and I'm not supposed to carry heavy stuff, but I use mostly my right hand, not my left. And I think that's the prettiest set of mums that that has ever been purchased by Karen. So I wanted to bring it up here to show you. I wanted to bring it up. Well, here's someone new, and they hit the thanks button for $20. Sunshine. And you're talking about the Lord Jesus. I can tell by the way you spell sun, S-O-N, sunshine, $20. Well, thank you very much. That is so appreciated. It really helps me along in that monthly total, you know. Where are you from, Sunshine? Where are you watching us from? Yes, good night, my sister, Sandra Fair from Jeanette Fair. Thank you, Jack. Great show as always. Doesn't feel like it. It feels like it was just all over the place, you know. But we try, and it's always amazing to me every time I come on, and people start to write in. You know, I get surprised each and every show. From the great state of Virginia. Oh yes, Virginia is in play. Virginia is for lovers. You got a great governor there, don't you? Glenn Youngkin. Good man. Good man. It's interesting how your governor can only have one term, one 6-year term. And I don't know if Trump would try to pull him away into the administration. I know he's going after Vivek, and I think he wants Mike back. I think he wants the same Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, who said some pretty bad things at one point. But Trump, if he loves you and he thinks you're the man for the job, he'll sit down with you and he'll iron it out with you. You know, Mike Pompeo doesn't speak negatively anymore. You know, that all dealt with the Mike Pence decision and what have you. I think Mike Pence is about done. He was always a little short on the charisma, you know. So thank you so much, Sunshine. I appreciate that very much. It is a nice way to end the show. Prayers for anyone needing them. Thank you, Darlene. Good night, Marty Greco, and all of you. Saturday night, 10 p.m. East Coast time for Worldwide Ramblings. I hope you'll join me there and have your notification bell on. And please subscribe. Good night now.